Okay, welcome back to Rope Coaching's YouTube channel, and we're joined again by Changyue.
Hello.
So last time in the episode with Changyue, we really focused on when he was in his comfort zone. So focusing on that kind of green V1, V0, and then this blue, which was like a V4-5. Today, we're going to push it with much harder climbs and see what happens with Changyue when he's outside of his comfort zone.
Yeah, I feel excited, but also kind of scared of my weakness.
Nice. Let's crack on. So this episode is going to be slightly different to the last one, and you'll see some real-time coaching. So Changyue will try climbs and we'll interact. Sometimes we'll do voiceovers of the footage to show you where he went wrong. Sometimes Changyue will kind of express what his thoughts are and where he went wrong. And we'll still do the video analysis so you can see the climb at the same time. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this new format. Definitely let us know what you think.
Oops.
Come on. Good, Changyue. Come on, bud. Awesome. Good job. So, what did you feel? What are the things that you're going to change?
So I will start a bit lower.
Yeah. Why did you slip?
So so if I stay lower,
Yeah.
I can put my feet like pretty stabilized right here.
But why? Why do you think you slipped?
I didn't hit that correctly.
Yeah.
That's why like my
You put your foot on
right
the slippery
foot on the
no
dual
text.
texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when it comes to the higher section where you fell, explain what you were trying to do.
So I was trying to. So first, I didn't anticipate that hold was a pretty bad hold.
You thought it was worse than it was going to be, or better?
Better. I thought it was be better.
Okay.
And then second, I was trying to put my right foot on this hold,
Yeah.
so that I could stabilize my body like this to maximize my force on
And
that.
you found that mobility, getting into that box was quite hard for you.
Yes,
It was small.
it was small.
So we're going to join Changyue at this part of that climb, just so we can kind of go through it in a little bit more detail. So he fires up to this crimp. You can see that he's not happy with it. There's some adjustments. He's trying to get better directional force, so his fingers are feeling it really. He's got quite good angle. He's close to being perpendicular. His left foot, if we look at it going back a little bit, his left foot didn't really engage that much. A slightly higher heel would have placed more pressure through the toe and also helped him engage his hip. So that gap between his left hip and the wall could have been closed a little bit. But other than that, not that bad. So he tries to adjust it. Now he goes for the match. He's doing this because of the feet, because it's basically taking the weight off the hand. He's not happy with that left hand. You can see how much he's pulling in and engaging with the right hand. He's not super happy with the left foot. The left hand. So he's taking the weight on his feet. Now this is the catastrophic aspect. As he brings his left foot to the volume, he knows that he's going to try and go into a drop knee. He's going to place his feet now, and he's kept his left foot close. So he's dropped his heel really well. He's got great surface area contact with the volume. But look at this tiny gap. So yes, he places it on the slippery part of that hold, but it's got such a small base. This hasn't got a stable base. So as a result, it's kicking his body weight away from the wall. And as you'll see, if you look at the arm, he's now lost that optimal directional force and his elbow's flaring. So his fingers are struggling holding the edge and his body is shifted up. His center of gravity has risen, so his elbow has popped out. He's still got the kink in the wrist, trying to maximize that force going through the efficiency going through the grip, but he's really struggling on that edge. So obviously, as he steps on this slippery thing, he slips and he doesn't have the fight to hold it. So this video is all about when you're climbing out of your comfort zone. So when you're projecting, one really important note to make, and we'll pause it there, is that a lot of people will start the climb constantly from the beginning. They'll try it over and over again, maybe 10, 15, 20 times. When you're doing that, you're just throwing away, wasting energy. So here, Changyue climbs up into his crux. So he's missing out on the first maybe 4 or 5 moves, and those are strenuous 4 or 5 moves. So he uses these big jugs on the red to go into the position. That's one note that if you do project and you're not used to doing it, definitely adopt that point. So the other thing to watch out for is whilst Changyue's climbing this second section, the key point to make here is look how he steps on the other side of the red on the volume to create a larger and wider base. This gives him the space for his mobility to perform the drop knee with more accuracy. Come on, Changyue. Nice, good job, bud.
Wow.
Sick. Come on, bud. Come on, Changyue. Come on, bud. Come on. Woo! Good job. Good job.
Yes.
How was it?
Thank you.
I got scared for you. I was a little scared for him.
So Changyue, Alex actually chose this climb out for Changyue because it's a competition climb. Longmont have just had a competition for their new gym. And it's very different to what we've been doing. So really dynamic. So Changyue, what are you thinking firstly? Is this kind of climb something that intimidates you or that you are attracted towards?
So for me, I think this is the climb. Like I feel interesting, but also challenging, right?
Yeah.
Like, because those slabs.
The volumes?
Yeah, the volumes and also slabs. You know, sometimes I hate slabs, and sometimes like my ankle movement is not great, so I fall from the slabs.
One thing I'm going to say to you now that hopefully will apply to many people watching this too is you use the word hate with climb. So
yes.
Immediately if you're telling yourself you hate something, you're more likely to avoid it. And you said
Correct.
you do that earlier. So what I would do is that you accept that this is a challenge for you. So slabs, volumes, slopers, they're challenging for you. But to focus on them, which you know that you should do 60 to 70% of the time, is going to make you a better overall climber. And if you don't avoid it, then you've got so many more climbs in the gym. But you need to change the rhetoric, the term of hate, to go, I could be better at.
Yeah. So it's more like a more positive mindset.
Exactly. Because yeah, you get on this and going, I hate this kind of move, or I hate this volume. When you're up there trusting the volume, you're going to be thinking about that negativity, like doubt. I hate this. My ankles aren't that good. Oh, yeah. And then suddenly you'll be less secure on them and less trustworthy, and therefore probably more likely to slip. So turn that around a little bit. And when you're focusing on this, when you're standing on these volumes, really push into them and learn. When you make mistakes, learn from them.
Yes.
So I'm challenging Changyue on this coordination green comp style jumpy climb. So yeah, let's see what
We
he's
just
got.
touched on the subject of the word hate. So Changyue today has said, I hate slopers.
Negative.
And I hate slabs and volumes.
Yeah, negative mindset. Something I've worked on for a very long time, and I think most comp climbers would say the same thing, is that you have to learn to, I always say there's a spectrum, and you want to be in the neutral, the positive side of the spectrum of thinking, especially when you're getting on a climb or you see it. I used to think, oh, I suck at slab, I hate slab, and when I was in competition, I'd be like, oh, so I'm going to slab over first, and then hopefully I have better climbs. But that's going to make you already preparing to not do as good. You don't have this open mindset. So if you can change your mind to be like, okay, cool, that looks fun. I want to figure out how to do it, versus thinking, oh wow, that looks big. I'm not sure. I hate these holds. I hate this angle. As soon as those come in your head, you just need to redirect your thoughts and think more of a neutral, positive. Be like, okay, how do I do this? I want to get to the top. I want to figure this out. This looks cool.
Okay, let's look at that move and we'll talk about it. So we're going to join Changyue on his flash attempt of this dyno. So we're going to pause it immediately. And that's when he is front on to the wall. So you'll see that it's a competition climb, so he's got 4 points of contact, but he's staying right in front of the climb. So the best position for the hand hold would be down and right. But his legs are fairly straight, his center of gravity is high, he's super front on, and behind the scenes his arms are locked off, so he's pulling. So we can see that in that screen, the screenshot. As we continue to play, you can see that he's going to try and generate this momentum, and if we freeze it there, with this pogo, a swinging leg. So we call it a pogo. And what he's going to try and do is kick it behind him, this left leg behind him, kick it onto the volume to create the momentum. Behind the scenes, his right arm's locked off. His center of gravity is kind of high still. His right leg's fairly straight. It's on an inside edge to match the kind of contour of that hold. And his left arm is basically redundant. It's not doing that much. What it is doing is countering the left leg. If he flicks his left leg too far back, the actual grip to begin with isn't super good. It's not a jug, it's a slopey crimp. So if he rips his leg too far back and his left arm goes with him, it's going to basically, or with it, it's going to rip him off the hold. So he's keeping that there to keep his center of gravity in a stable position. As we flick it forwards, you'll see that he's going to kick it onto the volume. So he does one test, then he flicks it back, goes forward, and you'll see that if we freeze it there, there's a couple of things to note. One, he lets go of the right hand quite early. He's not pushing the whole way through. The second thing is that his left foot becomes fairly front on as we jump through this move, and his hips are basically parallel to the wall. So as he goes further forward and his right arm comes through to go onto the volume, it's going to push his bum miles away from the wall, which results in this fall here.
Yes! Oh my god. Okay, almost.
Much better.
Almost.
Much better. Even that setup pull, you don't really need to do. You can just get on, go low, and then commit to that move and try and rock over that left leg. So bum in as long as possible.
Okay.
Come on. Whee. Down.
Okay. Cool.
Come on, Changyue. Oh. Stay low.
Ooh.
Come on, Changyue. You can do this. Come on, Changyue. Okay, slow it down. Come on, Changyue. Good, relax. Keep your body weight low. Remember that foot position. Come on, Changyue. Yeah, trust it and really commit. Come on, Changyue. Come on. Oh.
I should go higher.
It's incredible to see that from your first go, it was a test to go. You had zero confidence, but you started saying, I suck at this. And now, I mean, it's fun, isn't it?
It is.
It's fun. It's slightly addictive.
Super fun.
Yeah, come on, Changyue. Come on, Changyue. Come on. Just relax. Come on, bud. Nice. Don't rush it. Good. Come on, you know what to do. You know what to do. Good. Come on, Changyue. Keep your weight low. Relax, relax. Here we go. Come on, Changyue. Come on, Changyue. Place the foot, drop the heel. Come on, Changyue. Come on.
No.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is look at the side-by-side. So here we'll start off in slow motion, and you can see the comparison between Changyue and Alex as they do this move. Obviously, there's a difference in height, so it's slightly different in style. But we're going to use some freeze frames of 4 key points through this this dyno to compare. So first up, we can see their starting position. Changyue's pulling out from the wall, whereas Alex has got the optimal direction of force. The key point here is Alex is much lower and squatting. She's got slightly higher ankle position, but more open-hipped. So she's lower, and that gives her that directional force. She's got more pulling power, more pushing power from her feet. The next key frame, we look at the midpoint, and you can see that Alex is in this Egyptian position, opened hip, chest against the wall, Changyue's arms against the wall, but also their feet. Alex is more open-hipped, allowing her to keep those hips closer to the wall. Changyue's right foot is more front on. That's going to push the knee in, the bum out, and you'll start to see the bum coming out. And we really see that in the next bit of play. Alex is very acutely aware of keeping that right leg well behind her. Again, keeping her hips open, whereas Changyue has brought that right leg in. So at this point, it's not that devastating. However, Alex's hand is towards the right of the volume. Changyue is really eyeing up that hold on the left. So that's going to also create this narrow pivot point to whip the body round. And then this last keyframe, we really see the kind of repercussion. So obviously, Alex got that wider stance, able to compress more. Changyue has hit the hold well. But the key point here is Alex managed to stay kind of on a front on toe and whip the right leg round, whereas Changyue's on that left outside edge. So basically the whole body whips round. It's really interesting to see. Hope you guys find it too. Okay, Changyue, 2 climbs down. What do you think? What do you think?
I think for the first one, I could get it pretty soon after the video analysis. Everything makes sense after we discuss how to grab the hold, how to open space for the drop knee.
Yeah.
For the second one, the jump, I felt desperate. I took at least 40 attempts to catch the first few holds.
Yeah.
I kind of want to cry because I couldn't get it. Yeah, it was so hard, but I did successfully, in the last 2 attempts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe the last jump will go out of camera. We'll let you know. Yeah. But it was interesting because that one, Changyue tried multiple ways, really going sideways, really going up, kind of the mix between then the 2 jumps that he did at the end that you'll see. You actually stayed quite low.
Yes.
And you really relied on the right hand. And the last move is obviously, it just shows the insecurity that we saw in the previous episode, that Changyue still feels more comfortable here rather than really relaxed and waiting his feet. And it's a funny thing that Alex and I see all the time is people want to trust their feet more, but they pull, which creates this insecurity. Your foot slips, like on that green.
Yes.
And that's going to mean that you'll trust the foot even less. And you have to do this thing that's quite counterintuitive and rely less where you feel secure and rely more on the feet.
So that I could push my feet on the little hold.
Exactly that. We'll probably give it one more go out of camera. But yeah, we'll see what you guys think. Well, that's a wrap. Good job, Changyue.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. A big thank you to the Climbing Collective. We're in their new Longmont location just outside of Denver or Boulder. If you have liked it, please click like and subscribe. It really supports us. And stay tuned for more content.